guys, welcome back to the channel. You're on shaky cam, so bear with me. If you're new to the channel, my name's Grant. I build smart repair vans for a living. I'm only joking, I don't. Welcome to part one of the compact smart repair van build. This is what should we call it? Well, this is the first part where I've had bits delivered. I'm just off to a company called Pertec to get some airline, well, I suppose it is airline, some air fittings basically. I've got to go and get some push fits for my auto drain and some other fittings to come out of the compressor into the dryer, out of the dryer into my 3-stage filters. I'm going to show you the bits of kit I bought. I've got different equipment this time, different compressor and filters, and a different dryer, same dryer but a different model basically. I started clay barring the van. The van's had a proper decon wash, and there's so much fallout over this van, it's unbelievable. I did try polishing the back doors and I was like, wow. So I had to clay bar every bit of took off of the rear doors. It took me hours. Luckily the rest of the van don't look as bad, so I'm not going to film that. It's a very tedious job, but I've got to clay bar the whole van before I polish it and make it look presentable and nice. I might even ceramic coat the van as well, not sure, but I keep saying it. It'll just help with getting overspray on it and what have you. So yeah, that may get done as well, we shall see. But I've seen my mate, we're having some woodwork done in the back of the van. The floor is a bit knackered, the ply lining, so I'm going to put a new piece of that down. We've got to have a few bits, shelves and what have you made around the way that I'm thinking I'm going to fit it. But once I've picked up these bits from Pertec and get back, I'll show you what equipment we've got so far and roughly where it's going to live. It's not set in stone, but I've kind of got an idea of how we're going to do it now, to maximise the small amount of space that we do have in the back of this van. But it's in. Well, I say it's in. It will fit. I'm certain of it. It's not going to be easy, but I can get enough equipment in here to get out working, so it should be good. I'll speak to you in a mo. I'm nearly there. I'm going to go and get these fittings and then we'll get back and I can show you everything. Ooh. 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 154.29 English pounds later, I have all the fittings that I need and some pipe. So I've built up my auto drain. If you don't run an auto drain on your compressor, you have to manually empty it, and everyone forgets to empty it, and there's nothing worse than having rusty water in your brand new compressor. I always run an auto drain. It's cheap to set up, it's cheap to buy. This is I think it was about 20 quid, 25 quid for the auto drain. I had to get some fittings from Pertec to run my push fit pipe, and basically I'll explain what happened. So underneath your compressor, all compressors are different, but you'll have a little valve. This one's got a little valve that you can turn and it releases the condensation, moisture or whatever in the tank. Now this device you plug into the wall. I haven't got wireless up obviously, and you can set the period. You can set it to drain like every 10 minutes and purge for 10 seconds, 5, 4, 3, whatever you choose, and it blasts out any moisture out of your compressor automatically. Every 10 minutes you get a little purge. I'm sure most of you that watch my videos have heard my vans purging this is basically the contraption that does it. So what I've had to do is get loads of fittings. So I've removed this from the bottom of my new compressor, and we're now going to replace it with a elbow, a 90-degree push fit fitting. So this will go up into the compressor, and then I will run hard pipe from here up to push fit fitting here on the auto drain. Obviously this will be wired up and plugged in, and then that will run out to wherever I drill a hole in the van, and little 8mm pipe, and it'll purge the air and moisture out of my compressor system. So that's that side of it. Auto drain all sort of sorted. It's not expensive to do. It's expensive. I've just spent all this money because I've gone to a local company called Pertec, but I think they're a nationwide company. They're not the cheapest. I know for a fact you can go online and buy these push fit fittings for peanuts, real cheap. My problem is I am not super clued up with all the sizes and dimensions of all these fittings that I need. So if I knew the exact dimensions of everything, could have ordered it all online and probably cut the cost by half. But I'm not clever enough for that. And every system I've built is slightly different. So I had to get this contraption, 2 of these, to go into the fittings that are in this bag, which come out of my air dryer. So that will bolt to my air dryer, and then I will run some air pipe out of here. So we'll have a fitting which is in here amongst this lot somewhere. A fitting is going to come out of the side of my compressor, one of these. We'll have pipe going into this fitting, into the dryer, and then one out of the dryer going to my filters. These are the filters that I bought. These are the cheapest 3-stage filters I found on eBay. 200 quid. I thought they were cheap Chinesey sort of stuff, but they're actually, if it focus, from Italy. Air Comp Italy, it says there. Now, I know they're plasticky. They actually look alright, to be fair. They're really not bad. And then I wanted, obviously when I mount it, I wanted, so air in here, air out here. I got this sort of set up, so I've got a 90-degree. Pertec are more of a hydraulic company. There's probably better air fittings out there, but the size of these fittings were different to my last setup. So it's just easier sometimes to take your bits somewhere where they've got the stuff on the shelf and they can help you pick the right equipment. So the auto drain is done. We're going to go and put all this in now and sort this out. Then my pipe work to come out of into the dryer and out of the dryer into the filters we've got. So technically we can plumb all this in now and give it a test. I've got my new compressor, I've got my dryer. I'll show you them now. Right, there's my dryer. ABAC dry 45, this one. My last version was a dry 25. It wasn't in stock, and they've gone up in price a lot. I actually bought this and ordered an ABAC dry 25. Oh, the guy on a motorbike going past me. They emailed me, said, "We're ever so sorry, it's out of stock. It's on back order from Italy. Can you wait 3 weeks?" I said, "No, I'm ever so sorry. Just refund me. I'll order it from elsewhere because I really need it." They emailed me back and said, "Look, we've got an ABAC dry 45 in stock. We can send that out for the same price if you want it." And I said, "Yep, definitely. This is the upgrade one, which is more expensive. It's the exact same footprint, same dimensions in size, but it does more CFM, so it's a more powerful machine." So I definitely wasn't going to say no. So that's what we've got dryer wise, and that is my new little compressor. This is a SIP QT100. Now this is a direct drive oil-free compressor. I've never had one of these. I've done loads of reading online. This is the new brushless technology. Supposed to be really good. I'm absolutely gobsmacked of how quiet it is. I will show you later. I will power it up once we've put all the fittings on. My friend, the reason I learnt about these, my friend Gary has got a different branded one. It's a little 50 litre one, 4 horsepower, and it's a little animal. He said to me the only issue he's got, 50 litres ain't quite enough for what we need. So I've done a bit of homework. This is a 100 litre tank. It's actually shorter than my ABAC 90, but it's fatter, so it works out a lot better in dimensions. And as you can see, it's really nice and short, and it's a bit of a fatter tank, which suits me perfect. Now this particular model, these two brushless motors are not as powerful as my mate's ones, but I have tested this and I've pretended to spray. I've plugged my airline in, powered it up, pretended to spray both of these back doors. So I filled it up, plugged my big eye water gun in, done one full coat on the 2 doors, then done half, like literally got halfway down the doors again on the second coat, and then the compressor kicked in. So it should deliver plenty of air and be ideal for what I need. Worst case scenario, if it can't keep up with the demand, then I'll go and buy what my mate's got, a 50 litre one. They're about 300 quid, and I will remove the brushless motors and remove these and swap them out. So this will be powerful with a bigger tank, but I think this is going to be ample for what I need, and the footprint's brilliant, so we can squeeze it in this little van. So I'm going to start connecting this lot up, and I'll show you the progress in a moment. Right, let's show you this. So there's my first valve in now, push fit, hard pipe. I've come up around here to keep the bends smooth, around here, and then my auto drain. I've literally, let me move this, I've cable tied the block on top of them fittings. I don't use these fittings, these won't be used. So there's my in pipe. So we come straight out of the valve, the drain valve, which has now been removed, into that push fit fitting. The pipe runs up, round there all nice and smoothly, and into the inlet. Now we put another push fit pipe in here, and then that is what exhausts it out, what vents it out. This, when this is turned on, it will, you set the times like I said, and it will purge whenever you set it to. So now this pipe here will go out of the van. I'll drill a hole, poke it through, probably going to poke it through the wheel well like I did on my other builds, so it just purge out outside the vehicle. I'll show you this now because I now need to turn it round. I'm pretty certain I'm going to put the compressor around the back over there. This has just been thrown in. The only reason I strapped it down is because I had to drive. But I'm pretty certain we're going to go over there. I'm having all this wooden board replaced with new board on the floor, and then we're going to build a little something over everything there. It's not set in stone yet, but that's roughly what we're doing, but we'll get to that part when we do that. So that's the first lot on. Let me crack on with the rest. Right, everything's plumbed in, wired in. We are ready for the maiden voyage. I've just crudely chucked it all down there. Like I said, this is not permanent, and this is not where this is staying. It may stay there, but everything's got to come back out. So all of me pipe works in, pipe works run out to filters. Put all PTFE tape where required and put all the fittings on. Both my auto drains are there, ready to be poked through a hole that I've got to drill. So auto drains, they're all literally, I've plugged them in, I've not even powered up. So I've just gone and got my lead. I'm going to try and do this one-handed. This is not going to work. How can I do this? So I'm on the phone today. That's probably not going to pan out. Bear with. Lean you there for a second. There we go. So, what have I just done here? We're back. I pressed something on the screen Right, dryer's on and running. And auto drain's on. Right, are you ready for this loud compressor? That is it. That's as loud as it gets. I don't even know if you'll hear that. I'll put it right to the motors. That is it. Right, gonna let this build up some air, make sure we got no leaks, and we're all good. I'll come back to you in a mo. Can't believe how quiet this is. It's full chat. It is madness. Cannot believe it. These are them new brushless motor things, direct drive. I think I can hear hissing over here, but I'll let that finish and then I'll investigate. But this is temporary, so I can undo the pipe work and stuff. There's no hissing from the filters. I'll let that finish and then I'll come back and we'll check it. Okay, I was wrong. I've got no legs. I've got to read the manual because there's a way of adjusting the timing of when this auto drain goes off. So this dryer will vent, that's why we've got two. The other pipe's shot up there because of the pressure. I've just changed this one to vent for 5 seconds every 10 minutes. This one I don't know what setting it's on, so I'm just gonna wait now and sort of try and time it and see. But yeah, we are operational. We have an air system all plumbed in, ready to go. I've not mounted my fuse board and everything, but we've got an electric hookup now. So we've got electrics and we've got air. We're good. Can't do my wood till next week. We're going to redo the floor and then I'm going to figure out how this is going to go. It may stay like that, but I may have a shelf going across the top of it, slide my gazebo under there, not sure yet. Shelving across there, maybe something up there. We'll probably put some bits on the doors. We've got to try and fit everything in, as well as this is why I've got one of my lamp stands here, because I was measuring. I've got to fit my lamps in as well. Obviously I've got all my drawers indoors so we can put my equipment in there. We've got to utilise as much space as possible. Right, I'll come back to you in a bit. I'm going to wait because I want to see what setting this is on. I'll read the book and see if this is adequate enough, or change the settings on that auto drain. Right guys, I think I've sorted out the layout and what I'm going to do. I've accurately measured out 2 of them and the door shut tightly. That's my infrared lamps. Both of them will fit in there with the door shut. The unit has been pulled right over here. Obviously I'll bracket it and what have you. They're just placed there for the moment. I have strapped the compressor down so it doesn't move. Let me show you what we've done at the front. My daughter was just helping me. So, compressor's in, strapped down. Everything's plumbed in, everything's wired up. What we've done crudely, because I haven't got the right nuts and bolts, so I've just cable tied the filters on there for the moment. I've bolted the bottom one. That's extension lead, retractable. So I'll just pull out what I need from the van to save having to store a extension lead somewhere. And then retractable airline. Pull that out the side door. When I'm done, obviously put it back. I can unlock it again. Come on. Anyway, don't know how to use it. Oh, there it goes. Pushing needs loosening up, just a little stiff. I don't want things swinging about, but I find homes for stuff. So fuse board is going up in the top corner over there, and then my power for compressor and dryer will be down over there, and then another cable will run up over the roof, and then I'm going to put a double socket over here, and then this will plug in and I'll have a free one. I think that is going to work. And then what I'm going to do is I will probably be having a shelf over this going all the way across, and I'm going to have a shelf up there, put all my sanding discs in and stuff like that. My gazebo is going to slide above the dryer, so probably going to be boxing off across the top of them two. Put my crate in there for where my gazebo will be, and then that'll have a lid on it, and then I'll have usable space above that lot as well. So in theory everything should fit there now. Both my infrared lamps on their stands will fit in there. Could even slide my little stool down there. Gazebo above that, with a shelf above that. Shelving up here. Can put a little shelf up here. I've got bottle holders and stuff that can go on the doors. Same again on that door. We try and utilise as much space as possible. So yeah, looking pretty pucker. That is about enough for part one. Power sorted, air sorted, and we're kind of organising and making, you know, room and having a look at where things are going to go. I'm going to carry on clay barring the van and polishing it. I won't do a video on that, but I might include a few bits whilst we're doing. I'm probably going to wait till after the weekend, and then the next stage will be all the woodwork stuff. Then we can start bolting things in. Once things are bolted in, we can start filling the van up. So yeah, that is it for part one. As always, a massive thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon on the next one. Stay safe and be lucky.